Appreciate their help. On the scoreboard tonight, Colin Vaughn.
Hello,
Keeping
ladies
in
and
the
gentlemen, and
official
welcome to
stats,
another edition of
the
Xenia
player's
Scouts
best
Baseball here
man,
on the
Nick
Xenia Scouts
Hector,
Radio Network. I'm
the
Riley
five-man
Harshman, and I'll be
Colin
riding
Frederick,
solo tonight.
Allison
My partner,
Carlson.
Charlie Danis, is
Streaming
unable to be
live
here
at
today, and my other partner, Luke
newsradio.com is
Sievert,
Chris Jarrett.
is at a journalism camp in North Carolina, so it's just me tonight for this
Are there any
game of the Xenia
questions?
Scouts against the Muskegon Clippers here in Muskegon, Michigan. We had a little
Yes, we're
6
going to
drive to
light
get
this
here,
game
but we
up.
are here. We're ready for some Xenia Scouts baseball. Some Great Lakes action. I will give you guys the starting lineups. The Scouts will be batting first. And batting first for the Scouts will be the right fielder, Carson Wright. Batting second will be the center fielder, Chandler Chambers. Batting third and the designated hitter for the Scouts is Ryan Bertelsmann. Batting fourth and the catcher tonight is Connor Regan. Batting fifth and playing third base is Ben Bills. Batting sixth and playing left field is Luke Boylson. Batting seventh and playing first base is Felix King. Zach Bacon will be batting eighth and playing second base. And rounding out the Scouts order will be the shortstop, Noah Orlando. Pitching for the Scouts tonight will be Caleb Eater. And yes, you might notice that we are right behind the action. If you can see the net, you probably have a good spot of the pitcher. And pitching tonight for the Muskegon Clippers is Jared Melly. Jared Melly is 6'4", 225-pound pitcher from right-hander, I believe, from the University of Connecticut, where he will be a sophomore, I believe. So big boy up there mound for the Clippers. And the Scouts are going to try to do what they can as Carson Wright makes his way to that left-handed batter's box. We're about to be underway, ladies and gentlemen. Going to wait for that music to subside, and there it goes. We're here at Marshfield in Muskegon, Ohio for the first pitch, and that first pitch is in there. First strike to Carson Wright, so he'll go down 0-1 count. Wright, one of the 3 guys on this scout squad that goes to Lipscomb University. That ball's in the dirt to Wright, and the count will even at 1.
Carson Wright at the plate.
Carson Wright batting .292 on the year. He has a triple. And that third pitch to Carson Wright is outside for a ball, so count will move 2-1 here to Carson Wright, the right fielder today. And that 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled off by Wright. Count moves to 2-2. Scouts' last time out was just last Saturday in Adrian, Michigan, where they lost 2 games of a doubleheader against the Irish Hills Leprechauns. That second one being on a walk-off, so the Scouts have a little bitter taste in their mouth. Would like to get back on the win column today. 2-2 payoff. That ball is just outside for a ball. Count move to full. Carson Wright being very patient up there right now. Laying off that pitch was very close, and Melly working right back at him. This pitch is way more outside, and that will be a walk for Carson Wright. So he'll make his way to first. Scouts get their first base run of the day on base as Chandler Chambers makes his way up to the plate. Very windy right now in Muskegon. Nice, cool 70 degrees or so, but there is a wind, and we do have some dark clouds out in the distance. We're going to hope they stay away. As you guys know how our luck has been with storms so far this year, so we're going to hope those just stay away as Chambers squares for a bunt, pulls it back, but home plate umpire Matt Wachowski will call that a strike, so count is 0-1 to Chandler Chambers, center fielder today. Little pickoff move over to Carson Wright at first. Nothing going there. Melly will get the ball back. Chambers, batting .261 on the year, has got 4 RBIs. Chamber scoring a bunt here, and it is caught by the first baseman. He bunted that up a little bit. He dipped his bat head, allowed it to pop up. First baseman was able to make the catch. So that's the first out of the inning off of Chandler Chambers' failed bunt attempt. Carson Wright stayed home at first as Ryan Bertelsmann, the Waco, Texas native, makes his way to the plate. As we've said many times, Bertelsmann, that Baylor Bear, makes his way to the plate. As we've said many times, Bertelsmann, that another pickoff move from Melly with nothing going. Bertelsmann batting .351 on the year. 4 RBIs. Wright moving on that pitch. Slides in. He's safe in there at second is Carson Wright. So Carson Wright with a stolen base. Pitch on Bertelsmann was called a strike. So Bertelsmann with an 0-1 count. Runner on second base. And one of the Scouts' best hitters has a man in scoring position. Scouts are going to try to get ahead here today. Melly comes set up at the pit. That ball is outside of Bertelsmann. Count will even up at 1. Christian Reich getting that walking lead. Bertelsmann calm up there in the right-handed batter's box. Walking lead. Bertelsmann calm up there in the right-handed batter's box. Melly looking back. Firing to Bertelsmann. Bertelsmann squares for a bump up, pulls back. Pitch is called the ball, so Count will move 2-1 here to Bertelsmann. As I said, Melly 6'4", 225. That ball is in the dirt. Wright goes on the pitch, and he is safe at third. So Wright's stealing his way around the base paths here. Showing his speed. Now he's within 90 feet of scoring. And the count is 3-1 to Ryan Bertelsmann. So Scouts working quickly here. Pitch to Bertelsmann. Driven out to center field. Caught by the center fielder, Janes. Carson Wright staying at third on that play, so 2 outs here for the Scouts. As they have a man on third with Connor Regan coming up to the plate. Regan had a great game in that second game of the doubleheader against Irish Hills, including that big hulking home run he hit out to left field. Regan batting .421 so far this year. Gets a called first strike there. Count 0-1 to Regan, but Regan batting very well in the year. Batting .421, as I said, with the home so far this year. Gets a called first strike there. Count 0-1 to Regan, but Regan batting very well in the year. Batting .421, as I said, with a home run and 6 RBIs. As that second pitch is in the dirt to Regan, so Count will move 1-1 here. Regan's also scored 9 runs this year. Doing a very good job of getting on base and scoring, as that pitch is also in the dirt, so count moves 2-1 to Regan, the catcher. Regan, the Wright State Raider. Two-one pitch is swung on and missed by Regan, so count will even up here at 2-2. Last thing Regan wants to do is leave Carson Wright over there at third. That pitch is outside. Missed the zone. Muskegon Clippers faithful here didn't like the call, but the call will stand. The count moves full to Connor Regan. We've seen Regan hit to opposite fields. Don't be surprised if he hits that outside pitch here. This pitch is a little inside, though, so Regan will take a walk. Runners on the corners here with 2 outs for the Scouts as Ben Bills makes his way to the plate.
Third baseman, Ben Bills.
Bills also a pitcher, has done a good job on the hill for the Scouts this year. Also done a good job with his bats. Game last Friday in Athens, Ohio. He had the bases clearing double. That ultimately won the Scouts the game. So Bills this year batting .231. Got 3 ribbies as well as he pops this one up on the first pitch out to the outfield. Shallow outfield, right fielder Dunn under it, and Dunn will make the grab, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So the Scouts get a couple base runners. They don't get any hits. They don't get any runs, as they will go down here with no runs, and we will come back with some more action in the bottom half of the first. And we will come back with some more action in the bottom half of the first when the Muskegon Clippers get their chance at bat. So you're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Welcome back here to Muskegon, Michigan at Marshfield as we will continue here with the bottom half of the first, and the Muskegon Clippers will get their chance to bat here against the Xenia Scouts. Let me just run through their leadoff hitter real quick. Travis Janes, the center fielder. Janes batting, let me pull him up here, batting .267 on the year with a .450 on-base percentage, doing a very good job of getting on base as that leadoff hitter. And Caleb Eater will look to set him down here, get his inning started off right. The first pitch from Eater. That one bounces to Travis Janes. The count move 1-0 here to Janes. Entering the day, the Clippers were 7-8. Scouts were 6-6. So some teams just trying to find their groove here. First pitch, second pitch from Eater, I should say, swung on a miss. Count moves 1-1 to Janes. Janes swinging that bat around. Eater working quickly from the windup. This pitch grounded off in foul territory. So count will move 1-2 here to Janes. On deck is the second baseman Nolan Bryant for the Clippers. Batting third will be James Roche as Eater delivers this pitch. Curveball grounded to second baseman Bacon. Bacon making the play and getting Janes out there on the 4-3 putout. Good job by Bacon there, fielding that one. Eater getting his first out of the inning very quickly. And coming up as the aforementioned Nolan Bryant, the second baseman. And as I said, on deck after him will be the shortstop James Roche. Batting fourth for the Clippers is Ryan Blake Jones. He'll be playing first base. Batting fifth is Nolan Brimbury. He'll be playing left field. Micah Allen will be batting sixth and playing third base. Batting seventh will be Blake Dunn playing right field as Bryant grounds this one to Bacon as well on the first pitch, and Bacon getting him out there on another 4-3 putout. So Caleb Eater getting two very quick outs here as James Roche comes to the plate, finishing up their lineup. Batting eighth and the DH will be Tyler Carpenter, and batting ninth, the catcher Mike Monahan. I'd like to thank you all again for joining us. I'm Riley Harshman, and I'm riding solo today, giving you the Xenia Scouts action. Hopefully you guys don't get too sick of my voice as that first pitch from Eater to Roche is a little low, so count will move 1-0 to Roche. Roche, the shortstop for the Clippers. It's Eater. That one grounds over to Felix King, and it takes a weird bounce on King. Goes over his glove, so I don't think you can give him an error on that. Never touched his glove, so Roche is on via a single. Took a weird hop. We got a conventional field here at Marshfield. Real dirt, real grass everywhere. That just took a weird hop off the lip of the infield, and Felix King wasn't ready for it. Went over his glove, so the Clippers have a man on here with 2 outs in the first as Blake Jones, the first baseman, is up here at the plate. Eater delivers. A little breaking ball in there for a strike, so Eater starting out with a strike here on Blake Jones. Blake Jones leading this team in batting average with a .370 batting average. And then he drives this one out to center field, so we quickly find out why he's got the best batting average on the team. So runners on first and second here for the Clippers as Nolan Brimbury makes his way to the plate. And Brimbury batting .350 on the year. In 42 plate appearances, also has a .381 on-base percentage. A lot of good hitters in the middle of this Clippers lineup as he lines one out to Nora Orlando on the first pitch, so Eater will get his third out of the inning. So a little something happening for the Clippers there, as were the Scouts, but ultimately no one scored on 2 hits, left 2 guys on base. And we'll be back with the top half of the second. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Luke Boylson will be
Batting
starting
for the
things off for the
Scouts, left
Scouts
fielder Luke
in the
Boylson.
top half of the second. Boylson, the left fielder today. University of Dallas product. Made a long journey for his summer baseball. As the first pitch to Boylson is low. Count 1-0 here to Luke Boylson. And Boylson batting 280 on the year with a 379 on base percentage. That ball is low and inside of Boylson, so 2-0 here to Boylson. Still no score here on Marshfield in Muskegon, Michigan for the Scouts and Clippers action. Third pitch is inside of Boylson, so he'll have a 3-0 count here. Boylson's exhibited a lot of power. Hasn't quite hit one over the fence yet, but he's exhibited a lot of power to hit to the gap. So we'll see if he can try to get something started here early for the Scouts. That pitch is in there for a strike on the 3-0, so count moves to 3-1. Still a favorable count here for Boylson. Melly working quickly here. Boylson drives one out there to left field, and the Scouts will have their first hit of the game off of Luke Boylson's single. Boylson doing a good job there, waiting on that pitch and driving it out to left. So Scouts have a base runner again here early in the second. As Felix King, the first baseman, is making his way to the plate. Felix King batting .227, but he does have a home run. Has driven a lot of guys in for this Scouts team. The first pitch to King is in there for a strike. King with 6 RBIs on the year. Likes to shake that batter around the right-handed batter's box. This one is hit off home plate and called foul by the home plate umpire. So count 0-2 on Felix King. King has also shown proficiency in hitting the ball to both sides of the field, as most of these Scouts hitters have. King awaits the 0-2 for Melly, and here it is. This one's in the dirt. Kept in front of by Monahan, so Boylson staying home there at first. Count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Felix King. King goes to the Masters College out in California for his spring ball. The pitch for Melly. Fouled off over to Coach Bubba Cates, who tries to make a play on it. Unable to. Count still 1 ball and 2 strikes to King. Melly from the stretch here. With a leg kick and delivery. This pitch is inside for a ball. A little bit of a breaking. Oh, they called a strike 3 on that. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. So Felix King will go out looking there for the first out. Didn't see any big type of motion from the umpire there. Usually those umpires like to pull the trigger on strike 3. I guess not Matt Wachowski, who is our home plate umpire here today. So Bacon, the second baseman, will be up to the plate now. First pitch to Bacon in there for a strike. Bacon struggled to begin the year with the bat, but has gotten a couple hits since his first one last week and has been working to keep it going as he grounds this one to second. Flips to the shortstop over to first in time, so double play there for the Muskegon Clippers will end the Scouts offensive here in the top half of the second. Scouts score no runs on 1 hit, leave nobody on base. We'll be back with the bottom half of the second. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Well, welcome back here to Muskegon, Michigan for the bottom half of the second, where the Scouts and Clippers are still scoreless here in the bottom half of the second. And coming up for the Clippers now is Micah Allen, the third baseman for the Clippers today. And Allen batting 184 on the year. It's a 295 on base percentage, so Eder will try to set him down here. He bunts this one, fouls back behind us here at the net. So count 0-1 here to Allen after fouling off the bunt there. Bills and King, the corner baseman for the Scouts today, will be looking to see if Allen squares here again as Eder delivers this 0-1 pitch. This one's outside for a ball. Count 1-1. Pretty large backstop here at Marshfield, so Connor Regan, if anything gets past him, will have to work to go get that ball. This ball's grounded down the third base line and out to the outfield by Micah Allen. So the Clippers will get somebody on base here early in this second inning. Blake Dunn, the right fielder, coming up to the plate. It's a little bit of a children's song, if you're happy and you know it, for his walk up, cracking up the fans out here at Marshfield. So Micah Allen on first base, Blake Dunn, the right fielder, up at the plate. Eder coming set and delivers. This pitch is driven out to left field, so two quick hits here for the Muskegon Clippers.
Next on Illinois State.
The designated hitter now coming up to the plate for the Clippers, Tyler Carpenter, the 8-hitter, and Carpenter batting .250 on the year with a .345 on base percentage. Left-handed batter. Ducks out there on the pond for Mr. Carpenter. Runners on first and second is also a big bunting situation, but it's the first pitch of Carpenter is a strike. But if he is the designated hitter, I doubt he'll be in there to bunt. He's probably in there to swing that bat of his. So 0-1 here to Carpenter with runners on first and second. On second is Micah Allen. On first is Blake Dunn. It's Eder comes set at the bill. Delivers. That ball's in the dirt. Bounces to catcher Connor Regan. Count will move 1-1 here to Carpenter. Eder coming set. Bacon and Orlando out in double play depth. This pitch is up high for a ball to Carpenter. Eder slows down. His wind up, or his from the stretch, I should say, is there are a lot of storm clouds surrounding us. We have can smell rain in the air even, so we're going to hope that stays away from us. As Eder's 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Carpenter, so count now 2-2 here to Tyler Carpenter. Eder going to try to forget his last start where he allowed 9 runs, only 3 of which were earned, but would still like to forget all those runs crossing the plate, as this is 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed by Carpenter, so the first out of the inning will be via the strikeout for Eder, as he will face Mike Monahan, the catcher and the 9-hitter for the Clippers here now. Monahan, occupying the left-handed batter's box, Eastern Michigan University product. Up here for some more Michigan baseballs. First one is fouled off here. Bills making his way to it, and Bills will make the catch over in foul territory by his own dugout. So after allowing 2 quick hits, Eder able to get 2 outs. As we move to the top of the Clippers order in Travis James, who grounded out to second his last time up. Good job there also by Eder covering third for Bills making the catch, because if Bills makes that catch and no one's on third, you best believe Micah Allen might have taken third. So good job by Eater covering third, and there are 2 outs. Men still on first and second here for the Clippers, but Eater close to getting out of this jam. Jane's 0 for 1 again on the day as Eater delivers. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Pretty set up breaking ball there from Eater. Eater told us after he got that Scouts' first win of the season against the Locos a couple weeks ago that he's going to work on getting his changeup up to where he wants it because that'll be his big strikeout pitch. So we'll see how that works out for him today. As Eater delivers this 0-1 pitch into the dirt. Count will move to 1-1 to Travis Janes. Janes, that 450 on-base percentage I mentioned earlier. Great on-base percentage for a leadoff hitter. As Eater delivers this pitch, is swung on. Might have been fouled off, doesn't matter, because it's still strike 2 to Janes. So Eater with this pitch will look to get out of this jam and get the Scouts bats back out. It is pretty dark here in Michigan for only being 7:30, but that's what those storm clouds will do. They are looming over and around us, but no precipitation yet. This Eater comes set for this 1-2 pitch, looking to get out of the jam. Breaking pitch, grounded to Bacon. Bacon has no trouble with that one, throws it over to Felix King at first, and we'll get the third out of the inning. Nothing hurt for the Scouts that inning. Clippers get a couple hits, leave a couple guys on base, but ultimately score no runs, so we'll be back in the top half of the third where the Scouts get their bats back out. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. And welcome back here to Marshfield as we just had a little dance contest out here to separate the innings. We're here at the top half of the third as Noah Orlando, the shortstop, will lead things off here for the Scouts and squares bunt and bunts this one. And Melly struggled a little bit trying to get that one, rushed his throw, and Orlando gets on base via the bunt there. I believe they're going to credit Orlando with the hit there. So Orlando starting out with a little bunt single, get things kicked off for the Scouts here in the top half of the third. And with the top half of the third comes our trivia question for the day, and I'll give that at the culmination of Carson Wright's at bat. Carson Wright here walked his last time, stole a couple bases, but ultimately did not score in that first inning for the Scouts. But right here, looked to get on base again, and with Orlando in front of him, might see a double steal if Wright's able to get on base, but Wright's got to get on base as he squares bunt, pulls back. That pitch is outside, so Carson Wright will boast a 1-0 count here. Another throw over. Melly not liking Orlando getting too big of a lead over there, but that's just what the shortstop does. He gets those big leads, likes to distract pitchers. There's another throw over. Orlando getting back in plenty of time, doesn't even think he needs to slide as he goes back there standing up. Orlando getting that lead again. Going is Orlando. Throw not in time for Orlando, so another stolen base for the Scouts, and the pitch, I believe, was a ball. I didn't hear the umpire say anything, so count 2-0 to Carson Wright. And with Orlando on second now, the lights just got kicked on here at Marsh Field. Carson Wright with the runner in scoring position. Let's see if Wright can add on to his RBI total here. As he shakes his bat in that left-handed batter's box, Melly delivers. This pitch is popped up in the shallow center field. I'm sorry, not even center field. This is right by second base, so the shortstop, Roche, able to make the catch there. So one down here for the Scouts, and their offensive half of the third. So another Lipscomb University guy in Chandler Chambers coming up to the plate here, and he flew out, or that was that bunt fly out in that first inning where he bunted it, popped up a little bit. First baseman was able to make the grab. So Chambers will look to rectify that here with Orlando on second. Swings and misses that first pitch from Melly as the count moves 0-1 here to Chambers. Chambers batting .261 on the year. Got 4 RBIs. Orlando calling time to tie his shoe out there at second base. So play will resume now. Chambers steps back in that box. Melly looking back Orlando and delivers this pitch. This pitch is low. Ooh, in there for a strike, I should say, to Chambers. So Chambers will find himself down 0-2 here. 0-2 to Chambers. On its way, swung on and missed by Chambers for the second out of this inning. So Orlando, that first runner on is Bertelsmann coming up to the plate now. And I'll try to give you guys our trivia question for the day. So this one's kind of hard trivia question today. So which of the following players never struck out 100 times in a season? Is it A, Willie Mays, B, Reggie Jackson, C, Mike Schmidt, or D, Babe Ruth? And the first pitch to Bertelsmann. It's low for a ball. So again, which of these players never struck out 100 times in a season? Was it Willie Mays, Reggie Jackson, Mike Schmidt, or Babe Ruth? That answer will come in the bottom half of the third as Ryan Bertelsmann awaits the 1-0 pitch. That ball is high and inside of Bertelsmann, so count is now 2-0 to Bertelsmann. Bertelsmann had that fly out to center last time. Bertelsmann very often puts good wood on the ball, so see him do the same here as that pitch is in there for a strike. And we've noticed here in the first, I've noticed here in the first 3 innings is an umpire likes to call strikes low, so something that both teams will have to look out for today. It's a 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled out over the press box and out into the road. So count now 2-2 to Bertelsmann. There's nothing that Bertelsmann would like more than to deliver the first run of this game via his bat. He awaits the 2-2 pitch here from Melly. This one swung on to the third baseman, Mike Allen. Scooping it is the first baseman, Blake Jones, and that'll be the third out of the inning. 5-3 putout ends the inning for the Scouts there as Orlando gets on quick, but they're unable to do anything with his bunt single. And we'll be back with the bottom half of the third. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Welcome back here to the bottom half of the third, where the Muskegon Clippers will take their bats back out. Still no score here in Marshfield. I'm Riley Harshman bringing you this edition of Xenia Scouts Baseball. Riding solo. Both my partners, Charlie Danes and Luke Seaver, are unable to be here, so it is just me up here in North Michigan. As Caleb Eater will retake the hill for his third inning of work. First pitch here to Nolan Bryant, the second baseman, is low and outside. Count will move to 1-0. Clippers got a lot of lefties in their batting order. Bryant being one of them. He grounded out to second his last time up in the first. Eater winding and delivering the 1-0 pitch, and this one is grounded to second baseman Bacon again, and Bacon kicking it over to King for the first out of the inning. Another 4-3 put out for the Scouts. As James Roche, the shortstop, makes his way to the plate. Roche batting .362 on the year with a .429 on-base percentage. Some very good stats, and the stats you want from your three-hitter. As Eater will deliver here to Roche. This pitch is low and away to Roche. Count is 1-0. Roche's last time up singled out to right field. It was that grounder that pops over Felix King's glove. Second pitch from Eater seemed to be in the zone, but Matt Wachowski, I should say, home plate umpire will call that outside. Count 2-0 for Eater, or for Roche, and Eater's 2-0 pitch is outside for a ball, so Eater quickly getting down 3-0 here to Roche. Got to think Eater's got to slow down his pace a little bit and just try to deliver one pitch at a time. The 3-0 is in there for a strike. Here at the culmination of Roche's at bat, I will give you guys the answer to the trivia question that I asked last inning. Is the 3-1 pitch from Eater. Swung on and driven deep out to center field. Chambers is on his horse, and it will go over the fence. So Roche with a solo home run here will get the scoring kicked off for this game of the Clippers Scouts. Roche with a deep drive out to left center field. Center field says 380. It's a little more shallow than that, but that ball probably went about 380. Did Roche's big bomb here on the 3-1 count. So Eater, although he gave up the home run, he's still only down one here at Marshfield. And coming up now is first baseman who singled in his last time up as well. So scoring just got kicked off here as the first pitch to Blake Jones is a strike. So back to the trivia question. Which of the following players never struck out 100 times in a season? Was it A, Willie Mays, B, Reggie Jackson, C, Mike Schmidt, or D, Babe Ruth? As the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt from Eater, so count will move to 1-1. And the answer, you might not have guessed it, but it was Babe Ruth. Never struck out 100 times in a season. As this pitch, the 1-1 is fouled off. 1-2. You know, Babe Ruth was portrayed as a heavy strikeout guy, big power guy. You know, you see those guys strike out a lot, but only struck out 1,330 times in his 22 seasons of professional baseball. As that pitch is outside, so count is 2-2 to Ryan Blake Jones. Willie Mays, Reggie Jackson, Mike Schmidt all recorded 100 strikeout seasons as a hitter. This ball's grounded down the third baseline, foul. So count still 2-2 to Ryan Blake Jones. Score now 1-0 in favor of the Clippers after that solo shot by James Roche here, the last batter. But if you are familiar with the Xenia Scouts, you know that this team looks at deficits in the face and says not today, as they've come back from a lot of deficits this year. As Eater winds and delivers a 2-2. This ball's up high. Count will move full to Ryan Blake Jones. The resilience of this Scouts team won't be put to the test yet again, as this full count pitch is fouled down the left field line. So Blake Jones making it very difficult to get himself out. Still one out here. In the bottom half of the third is Eater. Will deliver the payoff pitch to Blake Jones. That one's high and inside, so Blake Jones will take his base. So after the Clippers scored the first run of the game, they'll get another base runner as Nolan Brimbury, the left fielder, makes his way to the plate. Brimbury lined out to shortstop Noah Orlando his last time up. Brimbury batting .350 with a .381 on base percentage in his 42 plate appearances so far this year. Eater delivers the first pitch. This one's outside of Brimbury. Count 1-0 to the left fielder. Eater looking over at Blake Jones. Coming set and delivers a 1-0 pitch, and that pitch is up high. Count 2-0 to Nolan Brimbury. So Regan goes out, talks to his hurler Eater up there. Eater might seem a bit rattled after the solo home run and allowing that long walk to Blake Jones. So Regan just wants to go out there, calm him down, reassure him. Still got a good defense out there. We still got a lot of baseball to play. It's only a 1-0 game, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm Riley Harshman, riding solo today for the Scouts broadcast. As the 2-0 is in the dirt, scooped up by Regan, but count moves 3-0 to Brimbury. Still got a cool breeze flowing through here at Marshfield. Eater comes set and delivers a 3-0 pitch, and that's in the dirt. So he just walks his second straight batter. Eater experiencing a little bit of some control issues right now. As Micah Allen makes his way back to the plate. Last inning, he singled down the left field line. So Micah Allen, 1 for 1 on the day, and will look to continue his good graces against Eater with runners on first and second. Eater. First pitch is swung on and missed by Allen. So count 0-1 to Allen. Still one out. Eater in a bit of a jam here, but we've seen this man get himself out of plenty of jams. We'll see if he can do the same here. Eater going to try to produce some type of ground ball here, getting out. Hopefully get two. That ball's curved, fouled off, hit the home plate umpire in the face mask. So Connor Regan going to go out and give Eater the ball, give the home plate umpire time to regain his sense here. Orlando going out there to talk to Eater. Possibly talk about that runner on second, tell him what's going on with his lead as the count is 0-2 to Micah Allen. So Eater needing out here. We'll try to get one with count 0-2 to the Clippers' third baseman. Eater coming set, checks the runners and delivers. Allen thought about swinging at that one, but held back. Count 1-2 to Allen. Brimbury occupying first for the Clippers. Blake Jones occupying second. Eater coming set in a jam. Trying to get out of it. This ball's low and in the dirt. Count 2-2 to Mike Allen. Allen native to Cincinnati, Ohio. Goes to Ashland University. Eater stepping off. Ryan Blake Jones with quite a big lead over there at second. Eater stepping off, keeping him honest over there at second. Bacon and Orlando are in double play depth. Bills and King are deep on the corners as this ball is fouled up. Popped up, King camping under it. Makes it out. So now 2 outs here on the Clippers, with Blake Dunn, the right fielder, coming up. And if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands as that comes on for Blake Dunn's walk up. I'm sure he loves that. Blake Dunn occupying that right-handed batter's box. As Eater will look to get out of this jam here. So he now has 2 outs. Leg kick and delivers. That ball's in there for a strike to Dunn, and another low pitch, another low strike called by home plate umpire Matt Wachowski. One thing that coaches really pray their umpires are consistent, and that's what Wachowski has been so far today. He's been calling those strikes low as that pitch is up high for a ball. Count now 2-0 to Blake Dunn, the right fielder. Eater checking Ryan Blake Jones at second. This ball is grounded to Ben Bills at third. Bills taking his time, getting that out over at first in time.
Well, the Clippers do pick up one.
So the Clippers get 1 run off the big homer from Roche. Leave a couple guys on base after that. We'll be back with the top half of the fourth. The Scouts will look to answer. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
Take a selfie.
Welcome back to some Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network as the Scouts find themselves behind 1-0 against the Clippers after James Roche home solo shot in the bottom half of the third, I should say. And coming up now is the catcher Connor Regan, and Connor Regan was awarded the GLSCL Player of the Week last week after Regan put in a very good week of work on the diamond as the first pitch to the Player of the Week is low for a ball. Regan last time up walked. Second pitch to Regan. Over to Mike Allen at third. Allen making the play on Regan. First out of the inning has been made on a 5-3 put out there. Up now is the third baseman, Ben Bills. And I'll try to keep you guys updated on what's going around the GLSCL if I can. First pitch is in there to Bills. Count 0-1 on Bills, a Nyack College product. And Bills, as I've said earlier, also a pitcher as he grounds this one down the third baseline. Foul, so count 0-2 to Bills. Bills does a lot of different things for this Scouts team. Plays third base, works with the lumber, and also pitches as he strikes out swinging right there for the second out of this inning. So Jared Melly trying to work quickly after getting the lead here.
From the University of Dallas, left fielder Luke Boylston.
For the GLSCL, though, St. Clair and Cincinnati got both of their games that were scheduled for today canceled as the first pitch to the left fielder Luke Boylston is swung on and missed. No score for the Grand Lake Mariners and the Richmond Jazz. As Boylston pops this one up to the first baseman, Blake Jones. Blake Jones camping under and makes the catch. So Melly working very quickly through the Scouts this inning. Scouts score no runs, no hits, nobody on base. And the Clippers will look to get the bats back out in the bottom half of the fourth. We're working quickly through this game. Stick around. We'll be back on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
Just line up along the first base.
Welcome back here on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network, where I will come with the bottom half of the fourth. Score 1-0 in favor of the Muskegon Clippers. Scouts not able to get anything going off the starting pitcher for the Clippers, Jared Melly, and Caleb Eder allowing that solo home run last inning to James Roche. So Eder still having a very good game today. So he will continue his work here in the fourth. First pitch to Tyler Carpenter, the designated hitter, is outside for a ball. Carpenter struck out his last time up. Eder delivers the second pitch of the at-bat, a little low, a little outside. Count moves to 2-0. Eder, the 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike to Tyler Carpenter. So count moves 2-1 to Carpenter now. Carpenter goes to Illinois State University for a spring ball and is native to Boulder, Colorado. So the 2-1 pitch is in the dirt. Count 3-1 here to Carpenter. A lot of traveling for Carpenter for his baseball. Going from Boulder to Illinois, from Boulder to Michigan. As this pitch is driven out to center field. This ball hit the warning track. This will be extra bases for Carpenter as he makes his way standing up in there to second on the deep left center drive. So a big double starting out the inning for the Clippers. And the 9-hitter and catcher, Mike Monahan, the Eastern Michigan University product, making his way to the plate. And Monahan flew out in foul territory to the third baseman, Ben Bills, his last time up. Monahan native to Saline, Michigan. So unlike his teammate that just hit the double, not a big travel for him for a summer ball, and he fouls off this first pitch from Eder. So count 0-1 now to Monahan. Eder looking in for a sign. Eder checking his runner at second. Leg kick and delivers. This pitch is in there for a strike, so up quickly 0-2 is Eder on Monahan. Monahan batting $182 on the year. Would like to increase that here with 2 strikes on him. Eder. That pitch is just low for a ball. Count now 1-2 to Monahan. Eder coming set. Checks the runners. Delivers. Nice breaking pitch, but a little too inside is Eder on Monahan, so count is now even at 2. Try to keep you going with the scores here in the bottom of the third. In Hamilton, the Joes are up on the Irish Hills Leprechauns 7-3. In the bottom of the third in Saginaw, the Sugar Beach trail the Galleon Graders by a score of 2-0. And this ball is grounded up the middle. Orlando able to get the chopper. Throws over to first. In time for an out. What a play there by Orlando, shading to his left. Able to make the play on the wicked hop. Great piece of glove work there by Noah Orlando as he gets the first out of the inning, but Tyler Carpenter with the double is able to move to third on the play. So 1 out, runner on third with the top of the order for the Clippers now up, and Travis Janes. And Janes today 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs to the second baseman. And Noah Orlando and Zach Bacon signaling to the outfielders we're coming in. The infield is in on this. They do not want that run to score. They want to try to keep this lead at 1 on anything in the infield. First pitch from Janes is swung on and missed. So count now 0-1 to Travis Janes. That infield is in. Grounder in the infield. Got to think they're going home with it. Eater's second pitch. That ball swung on and missed. Count now 0-2 to Travis Janes. Eater would like nothing more than get this strikeout here, move his defense back into a normal setup. As Janes looks like he has to retie his shoe or retape his left shin guard, I should say, as it is kind of out. So Eater coming set. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball just misses. Very pretty pitch there from Eater, but the count will move to 1-2. As Janes just says, screw the shin guard. It's bothering me too much, as he throws it over to the on-deck batter and Nolan Bryant. So Bryant now with no shin guard will face this 1-2 pitch from Eater, and he grounds it to Orlando. Looks back to runner at third. Orlando making the play to first. Great job by Orlando Garrett. Getting the second out of the inning. Checking to make sure Carpenter wasn't doing anything over at third. And got the out in time. So now 2 outs here for the Scouts. As Nolan Bryant comes to the plate. Scouts infield going back to a normal setup. And Eater will look to get this third out here and keep this lead for the Clippers at 1. Eater comes set at the bill. Bryant 2 groundouts to second base on the day as the first pitch from Eater's a little outside. Signaled my bad to his catcher Connor Regan, missed his spot. Did Eater there, but Eater looking to get back to work here on the 1-0. That ball just missing low. So count now 2-0 to Nolan Bryant. Eater producing a lot of ground balls. He's been a pitch-to-contact pitcher all year. So that pitch is in there for a strike. So now count 2-1 to Nolan Bryant. On deck is the man with the only RBI on the day, James Roche, with that home run last inning. He's on deck, and Eater does not want to face him right now this inning. He wants to end this inning right here with Bryant. That pitch a little outside. Count now 3-1 to Nolan Bryant. We starting to hear some storm noises out here in Muskegon, Michigan, but we're still playing baseball as that pitch is low and away. So Nolan Bryant getting on via the walk from Eater. And now, as I said, James Roche, who hit that home run last inning, making his way back to the plate. Now with runners on. Runners on the corners for Roche with 2 outs. Eater in another jam, but Eater will try to get out of it. Regan signaling out to his infield, giving them the play. Regan's got a cannon there behind home plate, so you got to think if Bryant's going to try to take second, Regan's going to try to throw him out and end this inning. Eater coming set for the first pitch to Roche. First pitch is fouled off and out of play, so count 0-1 here to Roche. As the kids here at Marshfield scatter towards the foul ball, they get a special treat just like they do at Grady's Field if they return foul balls. So is that all-out war for the Candy ensues. Caleb Eater will deliver an 0-1 pitch. This ball is also fouled off and out of play, so those kids are going to be fighting for a couple foul balls as the count moves 0-2 to James Roche, the shortstop. So Roche is 2 for 2 on the day with the single and the home run. Eater would like to get out of this jam right here with his 0-2 pitch, and he delivers. That pitch is a little low, a little outside. Count moves 1-2 here. Again, I will apologize for the netting in front of the camera. This is where we were told to set up. So this is where I set up. I'm really liking the view right behind the plate. This ball's popped, grounded right to Regan. Regan making the throw to first. And that will be the third out of the inning. That was a little bizarre way to end the inning. That chopped right in front of Regan and just plopped right into his glove. Right there in front of home plate. Regan able to field it, make the throw down to Felix King at first. So 2-3 put out will end this inning. So again, the Clippers get a couple guys on base, but they cannot find someone across home plate. And the Scouts will get the bats back out. Top half of the fifth, you're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Welcome back here to Muskegon, Michigan for some Xenia Scouts GLSCL action. As the Clippers still hold a 1-0 lead over the Xenia Scouts on the James Roche solo home run in the third, as Jared Melly still pitching out there for the Clippers. Will get things started against Felix King, and Felix King foul tips one into the glove of Mike Monahan, so count will move 0-1 to Felix King. I'll try to give you guys in this half of the inning the scores from the World Cup today. As that pitch is in dirt to Felix King, count moves to 1-1. So Denmark tied France today, 0-0. It's actually the first 0-0 game in the World Cup this year, as that pitch to Felix King is low and inside, so count 2-1 to Felix King. So with that tie, France and Denmark both moved to the knockout stage. Another game that happened today was Peru and Australia. Peru beat Australia 2-0 as Felix King fouls off that pitch, so count now 2-2 to Felix King. Argentina beat Nigeria, and with that win, Argentina moved on to the knockout stage. Lionel Messi scoring his first goal of this World Cup. 2-2 pitch is low and inside of Felix King, so count now moves full to Felix. And also in that group, Croatia and Iceland faced off today. Croatia taking 2-1 win against Iceland, moving on to the knockout stage, I should say, in their group. First pitch from Bacon's fouled back here to the backstop. We heard that pretty loud thud from Bacon's foul ball, so Bacon now 0-1. Also going on right now, game one of the College World Series between Arkansas and Oregon State. A little pickoff move from Melly. Nothing going on there. Felix King slides back safely, so College World Series game one happening. Oregon State leads Arkansas 1-0 in the bottom of the third out there in Omaha. As Bacon swings and tips that one, but count will move 0-2 now to Felix King. Or not Felix King, I should say Zach Bacon. Felix King occupying first base. Melly coming set, delivering the 0-2 here. Bacon drives it out to the right center gap. Unable to make the play as the right fielder done, so this will be extra bases for Bacon or not, as Felix King thought that ball was going to be caught. So he stayed on first, awaiting the catch. Unable to make the catch was done, so Bacon will take that single. Probably one of the deepest singles a scout has hit this year with all the speed on this team. And not that Bacon's lacking speed. He was just held up by Felix King over there at first. So Bacon will take the single. King will take second base. And we're going to have a little mound visit as Steve Cutter, the pitching coach for the Clippers, makes his way out to talk to his hurler, Melly. He's allowed 2 runners here quick. Or Noah Orlando, the shortstop, making his will be up here when that meeting convenes. And it does. So runners on first and second, no out is a big bunt situation in baseball. Noah Orlando already reaching today via bunt single. So you got to think that that might be happening as Micah Allen, a third baseman, is in shallow in the infield, as is the first baseman, Ryan Blake Jones. So infield playing for the bunt. No Orlando, we know he can hit the ball as well, so we're going to see what Orlando does here. Even with that infield in a little bit, Orlando can hit a gap with a bunt. Will show, pulls it back, count moves to 1-0. And Orlando's not really trying to in Felix King to second and third respectively, get those runners in scoring position for the top of the order. So 1-0. Melly will step off. Didn't like Felix King's lead over at second. So Felix King at second. Zach Bacon at first. No Orlando at the plate. Jared Melly with the 1-0 pitch. This is fouled off via the bunt. Back behind the backstop. So count moves 1-1 to No Orlando. Orlando would like to get these runners over any way he can, try to get a run on the board for the Scouts as he squares the bunt again. This one in fair territory to the first baseman, Blake Jones. He makes the put out over to first base, but Noah Orlando doing his job there, getting Bacon and King to second and third. So now 1 out here in the top half of the fifth as Carson Wright makes his way back up to the plate. Wright is 0 for 1 on the day. Walked, stole a couple bases, but right now would like to drive something to the outfield and get Bacon and Felix King across the plate and try to take a lead here. So Carson Wright grounds this one to second base. Unable to make the play as Bryant Bacon will be coming home as well. Bacon sliding in. Wright safely over there at second on the throw. So Carson Wright with a big RBI single right there. 2 RBI single, I should say. As King scored and Bacon scored on the play. Carson Wright with a single and moves via the fielder's choice to home. To second, so Carson Wright on second here with 1 out as his college teammate, I should say, Chandler Chambers, now up at the plate, and Chambers today is 0 for 2. But Chambers will quickly like to change that as he will try to get his Lipscomb Bison home. First pitch, he fouls this one off towards the Scouts bullpen, so count moves 0-1 to Chambers. So now, Xenia Scouts taking the lead here in the top half of the fifth. Score now 2-1 in favor of the Scouts. So the first time the Scouts are able to mar Jared Melly up on the hill. We'll see how Melly can respond. It's 0-1 to Chambers. It swung on and missed. Count now 0-2 to the center fielder Chambers. Chambers steps in. Awaits the 0-2. Carson Wright getting a pretty healthy lead over at second. The delivery from Melly. Swung on and missed by Chambers, so Chambers will have his second strikeout of the day as the Scouts now have 2 outs here in the top half of the fifth as Ryan Bertelsman coming back up to the plate. Bertelsman 0 for 2 on the day. Bertelsman, as great as a hitter he's been, you got to think he's due here. Would like to extend this lead a little bit for the Scouts. Wright stealing on the pitch and will get in there safely to third base, so the third stolen base of the day for Carson Wright. Showing flashes of Ricky Henderson out there. Great jump by Wright. He was already sliding into third before the catcher, Monahan, could even get it out of his glove. Good job there by Wright, stealing third. So now Bertelsman has that run just 90 feet away. Bertelsman pulling back the bunt. Not sure why he was bunting there with 2 outs here, but count now 2 balls, no strikes to Bertelsman, a designated hitter. We've yet to see Bertelsman actually play the field, but when you hit like he can, might as well just put him at the DH, and the 2-0 pitch to Bertelsman is in there for a strike. So Ryan Bertelsmann, Waco, Texas native. We'll wait the 2-1 pitch for Melly as Melly comes in with a windup. Bertelsmann swung on that pitch outside and in the dirt, so very good breaking ball there from Melly. Fooled Bertelsmann a bit there, but count now 2-2 to Bertelsmann. Bertelsmann just so calm in that right-handed batter's box. See, he waits at 2-2. That pitch is low. Count now full to Ryan Bertelsmann. Carson Wright occupying third base after he stole third a few pitches ago. Bertelsmann swung on and misses that one for the strikeout. So the Scouts, but the Scouts are able to get a couple runs that inning. Leave one guy on third base, but the Scouts have retaken the lead as the score here is now 2-1. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Welcome back to Marsh Field here in Muskegon, Michigan, as your Xenia Scouts just took the lead in the top half of the fifth. The Clippers will look to try to answer here as the score now is 2-1 in favor of the Scouts. Scouts scoring both runs off a Carson Wright single last inning. Zach Bacon and Felix King were the guys with a run scored off that single. So Caleb Eater was 1-0 to Ryan Blake Jones, the first baseman for the Clippers, and Blake Jones is 1-for-1 on the day with a single and a walk. Eater will look to get him out for the first time today as that ball is fouled off. Count now 1-1 to Blake Jones. Try to keep you guys updated with some Major League Baseball scores this inning. So Yankees are up 6-0 in Philly on the Phillies. Some interleague action there in the top of the fifth. This pitch from Eater. Curved outside. Count now 2-1 to Blake Jones. Angels are visiting the Red Sox in Boston. Boston's up 6-1 on the Angels in the bottom of the third. Tigers up 6-0 on the Athletics in Detroit at the end of the third. That pitch is check swing, but called a swing by the base umpire, Mike Duffy. So count now 2-2 to Blake Jones. Mets and Pirates are playing in New York. Top half of the fifth, Mets are up 2-0. Eater with the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Tagged out by Regan, so the second strikeout of the day for Caleb Eater comes at the expense of Blake Jones. So one out here for the Scouts as Nolan Brimbury makes his way to the plate. Brimbury 0-for-1 on the day. He's got a walk. Also flew out to the shortstop Orlando. Arizona Diamondbacks are visiting the Marlins in Miami. Top half of the fourth there as the Diamondbacks have a 2-0 lead as the first pitch to Brimbury is fouled back towards us. Count 0-1 to Brimbury, the left fielder. Reds and the Braves are scoreless in Atlanta in the bottom of the third, as are the Padres and the Rangers in Dallas in the bottom of the first. Eater ready to deliver the 0-1. Swung on and missed there by Brimbury, so count 0-2 Rangers in Dallas in the bottom of the first. Eater ready to deliver the 0-1. Swung on and missed there by Brimbury, so count 0-2 to the Clippers left fielder. Twins and White Sox are delayed. Royals and Brewers are scoreless in the bottom of the first, as are the Blue Jays and the Astros in the bottom of the first. As Eater delivers this 0-2 pitch, is popped up behind the plate. Cat takes his way to the plate, and Allen 1-for-2 on the day with a single back in the second. Indians and Cardinals are delayed in St. Louis, and the only final we have in Major League Baseball right now is between the Rays and the Nationals. A 1-0 affair in favor of the Rays as they were at home in Tampa. First pitch to Allen, misses outside for a ball. Still to play today are the Rockies and the Giants in San Francisco as Micah Allen shoots this one out to the gap out in center field. Into the glove. What a play there by the center fielder, Chandler Chambers, as he dove for it. Couldn't see the ball, but only reason I couldn't see the ball is because it found its way into Chandler Chambers' glove. What a diving play there by Chandler Chambers. Put that one on the highlight reel. So the Scouts are able to go 1-2-3 after taking the lead on the Clippers. We'll be back at the top half of the sixth as the Scouts will look to get the bats back out. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Welcome back here to the about top half of the sixth. Here at Muskegon, Michigan, here at Marsh Field, as the Scouts hold a 2-1 lead over the Clippers. Jared Milley's still on the hill. Connor Regan has the 1-0 count here. See, he's almost hit by that pitch. So 2 straight pitches nearly hitting Connor Regan. Regan looking at Melley there, doesn't like how he's getting thrown out right now. So Regan awaiting the 2-0 pitch. This one's inside and driven out to left field. Just fouls Regan. Regan thought he might have had a double there. Just a couple feet from being fair. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Connor Regan, the catcher. As I mentioned earlier, Connor Regan, the GLSCL Player of the Week. After he had a very nice week last week, including that home run, had a lot of RBIs, a couple hits. As Regan, another inside pitch as he, at bat that's almost hit Regan though. Regan wants to hit, not get hit as he swings a big swing at that pitch there as the count will now go full.
Connor Regan at the plate.
Regan calling time with the full count. Look to gain his composure and come in with a clear head. With a count juiced here. The full count payoff. Inside for a ball. Regan will take his base. Second walk of the night for Regan. So now coming up to the plate is the third baseman, Ben Bills, who's 0 for 2 on the day, but Ben Bills will look to rectify that here. Bills, the one of the jack of all trades for the Scouts team as he pitches and plays the field. Also swings the lumbers. That pitch almost hits Ben Bill, so Melley's starting to lose his control a little bit. He's almost hit 2 right-handed batters in a row now. Melley set and delivers. Bills swings and fouls that one down towards Coach Bubba Cates over in the third base's coach's box. Count moves 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ben Bills. Bills native of Pennsylvania. One of the Scouts who travel a long way to get to Xenia. 1-1 pitch is fouled off towards the right field line, and first baseman Blake Jones unable to make the play on the foul ball. So count that 1-2. So Ben Bills, when he had that bases clearing double last Friday in Athens that ended up winning the game. Right before he hit that, he hit a foul ball in foul territory, a very catchable ball that was missed by the first baseman for the Copperheads. And then the very next pitch, Ben Bills was able to drill that double all the way to the left center fence and bring in 3 runs for the Scouts. So we'll see what he can do now after being given a second life. Smelly throws over to first base to Regan. Regan back safely. Cummings set his Melly up at the bill. He will come. 1-2 pitches high on Bill, so count is now even at 2. Many bases, so we know the Scouts team is aggressive on the base paths when they can be, as that ball's in the dirt to Bill. So count now full to Ben Bills. See if Ben Bills can work a walk, and got to think if he walks, Melly walks, Bills here, there will be some action in the bullpen. Now Melly got on the day for Ben Bills. And Luke Boylston, the left fielder, will now have that single out to left field in the second. Boylston, one of the stronger hitters on this Scouts team, as he pops one up out into the bleachers. Straight up and back. I almost thought I could have made a play on it, but it just kept going back. So I'll let the kids go get that one. So Boylston, 0-1 count. Connor Regan on first, 1 out. That ball's high. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to number 17, left fielder, Luke Boylston. It's about 8:30 here in Muskegon, Michigan. So we're already through 5 innings of baseball. Is another foul ball. Backing out of play. So count now 1-2 to Boylston. But Boylston has shown he can. If I remember, Boylston had a 2-2 count a week or so ago and drilled a double and brought a runner or 2 in with a 2-strike count. So we'll see what he can do with 2 strikes here against Jared Melly. This pitch is bounced to Monahan, so count will now even at 2 to Boylston. It's been a pitcher's duel today, ladies and gentlemen, as the Scouts lead the Clippers 2-1 here at Marsh Field. Clippers scoring their 1 run off a James Roche solo homer in the 3rd, and the Scouts were able to answer in the 5th with a Carson Wright single that drove in 2, and Luke Boylston will foul this one out to the first baseman. Blake Jones able to make the play on the pop out in foul territory, so now 2 outs for the Scouts as Felix King makes his way to the plate. King walked his last time up and scored off that Carson Wright single, so we'll see what Felix King can do here with 2 outs in the top half of the 6th. Regan still occupying first after he walked to begin this inning. As that is thrown over to first base, and Melly with a errant throw as Regan will take 3rd on this even. This ball really went out there, so we have a very deep foul territory over here at right field. So Regan now occupying 3rd after the error. They're going to have him go back to 2nd because I guess that part of the foul area, even though it is not fenced off, it is out of play. So Regan only taking 2nd on that, on the throwing error. Now the pitch, King able to drive it in between 3rd and shortstop on the CNI single. Left fielder having a little trouble coming up with it is Brimbury, but Connor Regan going to stay there at 3rd. Felix King with the single, and Zach Bacon coming up. Bacon singled his last time up. Could have been more than a single. He was booking in that as his ball was hit, struck well into the gap, but Felix King was tagging as he thought the right fielder Dunn might have been able to make a play on it. Dunn didn't make the play, and Bacon got the single. Moved King to first base in that last inning there in the 5th. So Bacon will look to continue his day right here with another hit, score a run. Melly coming set with runners on the corners. Delivers. This ball is low. So Bacon will post a 1-0 count here. Shortstop Orlando on deck. Bacon at the plate. He drives this one out to center field. Center fielder Janes able to make the play on it.
Scouts get no runs.
So Scouts get no runs on one hit. Leave a couple guys on base, and we'll be back with the bottom half of the sixth here in Muskegon, Michigan, with the Scouts lead 2-1. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Welcome back to Muskegon, Michigan, as the Scouts still hold that 2-1 lead over the Muskegon Clippers here in Muskegon, Michigan. I'm Riley Harshman. I'm joined by no one today as I am riding solo. Both my partners, Luke Seaver and Charlie Danish, were not able to be here. So I'm flying solo, trying to do my best impression of Vince Scully as I bring you the Scouts action. First pitch from Eater to Blake Dunn. Dunn squares a bunt, fouls off the bunt. So count will now go 0-1 to Blake Dunn as he tried to pull a fast one on the Scouts defense. Right there, Ben Bills. Look to play shallow here. Wants to see if Dunn's going to try to pull that again. And Eater with an excellent performance here through 5 innings so far. As he delivers the 0-1. That ball's in the dirt. Count moves 1-1 to Blake Dunn. But Eater through 5 has 2 strikeouts. We know Eater to be a pitch-to-contact type pitcher, and that's exactly what he's done very well today. This ball's grounded back to Eater on a slow chopper. Eater sets his feet, throws, gets Dunn over there at first base on a very close play. Dunn made it interesting, but ultimately it is a 1-3 putout in the first out of the inning for the Xenia Scouts. So now the designated hitter, Tyler Carpenter, will come to the plate, and Carpenter doubled his last time up back in the 4th. So Eater getting another quick out, and just to add on to Eater, 5 1/3 now. He's allowed 6 hits, 1 run. Today, doing a very good job of keeping runs off the board as that first pitch to Carpenter swung on and missed. Carpenter also struck out earlier in this game. Eater working quickly. Chambers camped under it, made the play for the second out of the inning. Good job there by Chambers, tracking that ball quickly and camping under it and corralling the ball. So 2 outs now already for the Scouts as Eater's only thrown 5 pitches, and he's got 2 outs. So Mike Monahan, the catcher and 9-hitter, is making his way to the plate, and he is 0 for 2 on the day. Monahan again, Eastern Michigan University product. First pitch to him is called a ball. So Monahan will boast a 1-0 count here against Eater. Eater working quickly again. This ball swung on lazily and missed by Monahan. Count moves 1-1 here to the catcher. And Eater not wasting any time here. So 1-1 is swung on pretty lazily again by Monahan, and Monahan finds himself down 1-2 here quickly. Eater not wasting any time as the Indian Wesleyan University product, and Monahan able to single this one out, put an actual good swing on that one, able to single it out to center. So good job there by Monahan getting a hit with 2 strikes on him and brings it back to the top of the order. And the center fielder, Travis Janes, who is 0 for 3 on the day after having a believe it was a 450 on base percentage. Yeah, 450 on base percentage coming into the day. But that is obviously decreased as he is 0 for 3. That pitch is high to James, so count 1-0 to the center fielder. Monahan on first. For the Clippers is Eater. We'll look to finish this inning anyways after allowing the hit, but I don't think Eater's going to think too much of that. 1-0 pitch from Eater. That ball misses low. And I haven't said that too much today for his liking, so count now 2-0 to Caleb, or from Caleb Eater to Travis James. Choppered up to Orlando. Orlando makes a play on it, but unable to get the throw in there in time. Great job by Orlando not letting that ball get to the outfield. So credit James with the infield single. Monahan moving to second. Second baseman Nolan Bryant up to the plate now as he has walked and grounded out twice in this game, both times to second base. So we might see Zach Bacon get a little more action right here. Nolan Bryant occupying the left-handed batter's box. So Eater in a bit of a jam here. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. We'll look to get out of it here with Bryant. Force outs at first through third for Eaters. He delivers. This pitch is a wild pitch. So those runners moving to second and third. Regan was unable to find it. Coming home is Carpenter, or Monahan, I should say. So Monahan scoring. Regan was unable to find it. Bounced away from Regan there, and he was unable to find where it was till Eater pointed it out. And by then it was too late. That ball was right by the dugout of the Clippers. So on the wild pitch, scores 1 and ties this ball game up. James making his way to third on that. So now Clippers. Real wild pitch of the day. Eater. That ball is outside, so count now 2-0 to Nolan Bryant. Nolan Bryant goes to Davenport University for his school ball. 2-0 pitch is in the dirt, so now count goes to 3. James Roche, the man who hit that home run back in the here with the 3-0 count as he comes set and delivers. That ball's in there for a strike. You're going to have to do a lot of work here to come back on Bryant, try to get out of this inning. Bryant bats left, but throws right-handed. Eater would just like to forget that run crosses. No one ever likes to give up a run that way as this is grounded into the gap between the second and first baseman. So Bryant able to get an RBI on that one. So 2 runners cross, mainly because of that wild pitch from Eater. Clippers retaking the lead. The score now 3-2 in favor of the Clippers as the Clippers have a runner on first as Bubba Cates will make his way out to the mound. We'll look to talk to his hurler, Caleb Eater, try to calm him down because I'm looking down at the Scouts bullpen and there's nobody working down there.
Gives us a chance to call your attention to the outfield wall.
So we will see. Coach Case got to just come out, calm down. Eater here. Eater has been very, very good. Do 5 2/3. Same to convene the meeting. And now up is James Roche. Eater getting that support from his coach and teammates as they're going to try to get out of this inning. Trailing by only 1. Roche taking some power cuts as he waits that meeting to convene, and it has. So Roche will take the right-handed batter's box. Eater will retake the hill. First pitch to Roche is driven out to right center field. Carson Wright tracking back. Able to make the grab is right. So Eater able to get out of that after the pitcher's meeting, I should say there. Just needed 1 pitch after talking to Coach Cates there to get out of this inning. So the Clippers scoring 2 runs off of 1 hit. That big wild pitch being the story of the 6th. So the score now Clippers 3, Scouts 2. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Here to Muskegon, Michigan, where the Scouts trail the Muskegon Clippers by a score of 3-2. And taking over on the hill for Jared Melly is Brett Nearing, who is a 6'6", 210-pound right-hander that goes to Grand Valley State University. His brother, Brendan Nearing, also pitches for the team. He's a 6'6", 211-pound lefty that goes to Grand Valley State as well from Milan, Michigan. But we're seeing the righty Brett right here. So Melly, his day is done after 6 innings of work. Allowed 2 runs on 5 hits. Melly also able to record 7 strikeouts against the Scouts. Two. Peter Melly doing a very good job as the starting pitchers tonight. So cleaning up the order, we'll start out this 7th inning is Noah Orlando, the shortstop, the 9-hole hitter. Orlando today is 1 for 2, had that bunt single in the 3rd, and had the sacrifice bunt back in the 5th that moved Felix King and Zach Bacon over, that got those 2 runs in for the Scouts that inning. So Orlando sacrificing himself that last time for the betterment of the team. As Orlando will ground one out over here to second base. Second baseman Bryant making a play on it. What a play there by Bryant, sliding over, getting that grounder, and getting Noah Orlando out at first. So 4-3 put out to start off this inning. So now Carson Wright making his way to the plate, and Wright's the man who has the 2 RBIs on the day for the Scouts as he drove in both Felix King and Zach Bacon back in the 5th off that single that just got right under Bryant's glove as Bryant made a diving play for it, and he didn't come up with the ball. And the Scouts came up with 2 runs, so we'll see what Carson Wright can do here with 1 out. First pitch to Wright is in there for a strike. Walk, stolen 3 bases. Has Wright, so doing a very good job as the leadoff hitter. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. So Wright finds himself down 0-2 here to Brett Nearing. Infield playing deep for Wright. Has the 0-2 from Nearing. That one bounces in to Monahan, so count now 1-2 to Carson Wright. Carson Wright, the Lipscomb Bison will wait the 1-2 as he drives that one down in the right field foul territory. So count now 2, still 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carson Wright. To the Lipscomb Bison. Right, readjusting his helmet, getting the count from the umpire, and will retake that left-handed batter's box. 2-2 count from Nearing coming in. This one's popped up. Shallow infield, shortstop. Roach taking over it, and he will make the play there. The plate, and Chambers is 0 for 3 on the day. will look to get himself so center fielder now Chandler Chambers will make his way to the plate, and Chambers is 0 for 3 on the day. Will look to get himself start bunt, fly a couple good plays out there in center field. Has Chambers. First pitch of Chambers is outside for a ball. Count 1-0 here. We are in the top half of the seventh where the Clippers lead your Xenia Scouts 3-2. Field. That will be fair, and Chambers is going to get extra bases on this one as he drives it down the line. He's going to be looking third. Coach Bubba Case is going to hold him up there at second, though. So 2-out double there by Chandler. Will his team here as he gets to second. So now the tying run on second in the form of Chandler Chambers as Bertelsmann has made his way to the plate. And Bertelsmann is 0 for 3 on the day, something we're not used to seeing from him. It seems like every day he's on the lineup card, he comes up with some hits. But right now, Bertelsmann 0 for 3 will look to change that right here and drive in this run in Bertelsmann, or in Chambers, I should say. Bertelsmann redshirted with the Baylor Bears this year. Baylor won the Big 12 championship. And now Nearing, not sure what the sign was from Monahan as Monahan goes out there, talks to him real briefly, and makes his way back behind the plate. Bertelsmann here will await the first pitch that he will see from Brett Nearing, the big 6'6" righty. Nearing from the stretch. Eyes Chambers at second. That ball is high. So count now 1-0 to the Texas native. Bertelsmann's been a designated hitter for the Scouts all year. Been batting third and fourth for the Scouts. So that pitch is high and outside. So count now 2-0 to Bertelsmann. He's got a favorable hitter's count. Bertelsmann would like nothing more than tie up this game right here. We'll see what he can do as Nearing comes set up at the hill. 2-0 pitch. Outside for a ball, and Monahan unable to catch it. Chandler Chambers clapping out there at second base as he thought he might have been able to take third on that, but Chambers will stay at second, and Bertelsmann will have the 3-0 count. Got to think probably one of the best hitters on this team is Bertelsmann. Will have that green light with a 3-0 count. If he sees something he likes, look for him to try to drive it somewhere. Nearing set. Delivers. That ball almost hits Bertelsmann, so Bertelsmann will take his 4-ball walk down to Flesiel. Player of the week, who is 0 for 1 on the day, will make his way to the plate. Regan had a home run last Saturday against the Irish Hills Leprechauns in the second game of that doubleheader.
Well, we would like to welcome our friends from Xenia, Ohio. If you're staying overnight, here's what we want you to do tomorrow. Why not go see the #1 lake in Michigan, #1 beach? It's called Pure Marquette Beach.
So a little mound visit here from Steve Cutter to his pitcher Nearing. Nearing in his first inning of work. Got those first 2 outs pretty quickly. Allowed the double to Chandler Chambers, which is why Chambers is now on second. Then he walked Bertelsmann after that, which is why Bertelsmann now occupies first, which brings us to now, as that meeting has convened and Connor Regan has made his way to the plate and he is ready as the GLSCL Player of the Week. Wright State Raider is Connor Regan. Regan fouls this one off hard out to the parking lot. Pray for all the windshields. Count 0-1 to the catcher, Connor Regan. Regan couldn't find that wild pitch from Eater last inning, which allowed the runner to score, so Regan would like to tie up the game right here. Nearing coming set again. Delivers. This pitch is outside for a ball. Count 1-1 to the Scouts catcher. Nearing working very at a slow pace here. So he delivers the 1-1 pitch. Regan grounds this one out to Michael Allen. Allen throws it over to second to get Bertelsmann out there on the shorter throw. So No runs, 1 hit for the throws it over to second to get Bertelsmann out there on the shorter throw. So no runs, 1 hit for the Scouts there, but